Hey friends, David Miller at my studio Primordial Creative, here to talk to you today about this little guy. This is a Polaroid Go camera. It is something I picked up last summer when it was released. I took it to Seattle to shoot with my main muse, Cheyenne. Here's a regular size Polaroid and a Polaroid Go size. So as you can see, really small in comparison. These guys are sold in your regular big box stores, Target, Walmart, and so forth. You can pick them up. Usually $10 cheaper for a pack of these than you can get for regular Polaroids. So regular Polaroids, something like 30 bucks, 20 bucks for 2 packs of these. At the time of this recording, only one variety of this kind of Polaroid Go film. So you're not gonna get the gold foil, the pastels, the funky colors, the cool designs that you can get with Polaroid Originals stuff. What they do give you in each pack is a little pack of stickers so you can mount these guys on your wall, your fridge without a magnet, on the exterior of your laptop, wherever you like to stick things. The main appeal of this is its cute size. I think it's perfect for a kid to start out with versus a Polaroid Now camera, which is the equivalent of any kind of like Polaroid 600 camera. These things are big and bulky. They're not gonna fit in a purse. They will fit in a backpack, but they're gonna eat a lot of space in the backpack. Plus, because of its size, it's gonna get like damage from being bopped around. This guy, I can easily fit in any sort of carrying case. Much like the Polaroid Now, it's autofocus. Much like the Polaroid Now, it's USB charged. And much like my Polaroid Now, it has double exposure as a feature. There's only 3 buttons on this camera: an on-off power button, the flash button with the lightning bolt, and the big red shutter button. The flash button is what activates the double exposure. Since the flash is on by default, it's a single tap to turn it off and a double tap to activate double exposure. You'll have a number counter that tells you if you're on the first or second exposure. So basically, it's this guy shrunk down to a more manageable size. So small, in fact, that you don't load the film in the front, you load it from the bottom here. Now, all the stuff I shot with Cheyenne in 2021 came out with this red cast, which is what you expect when you have Polaroid film kind of affected by the heat and the sun. But a lot of this I shot in Seattle, not Arizona. So I thought it would be good to do a little comparison, and this was done maybe like 5-6 months ago. By the way, looking aged in lo-fi is not like a mark against it in my book, but as a reviewer, I have to present these things for you. I have to do different tests under different circumstances. So we took this camera out February 2022. My victims for this test were my own kids in our local downtown of Chandler, Arizona. Even 6 months apart from my shoots with Cheyenne in the Pacific Northwest, every Polaroid Go image came out with the reddish cast that those other Polaroids did. Cute. Okay, is it aiming at you? When we talk about small instant film cameras, always important to compare it with the Fuji Instax Minis, because that's the kind of gold standard for small instant film. Polaroid Go versus Instax Mini. Polaroid Go, still smaller, still cuter. Part of my photography aesthetic is stuff that's small enough that I can keep with me in a backpack and it'll be functional anywhere. If I was going on a hiking trip or something, or I was going back to New York, I'd have to make like hard choices about what fits in the bag, because I got to fit that bag on me for the duration of my adventure. And this thing really eats up a lot of space. Not just this, but the film that comes with it versus the amount of space this takes up. I would rather have more like filmmaking gear, or my audio recording gear, things that I need to create the sort of quality products I want to make, whereas the quality fall off from a large Polaroid to a small Polaroid, not that much. Great starter camera for kids. If you have a child that's interested in photography, but you're like, I don't know, giving you 30 bucks for 16 shots is quite a bit. Cheaper film, smaller camera, better ergonomics for your kid. This is a great starter camera for the young person in your life. See if they like Polaroid or instant film aesthetic at all. If they hate it, then it wasn't nearly close to the investment you had on these guys. And as I say in most of my instant film videos, growing up, The Polaroids that were taken of me are the pictures that I still carry with me 40 years later. The ones that were shot on film and printed by the grocery store, the pharmacy, wherever, I have no idea where any of those pictures are. They haven't been scanned. I don't know where the negatives are, but those Polaroids are like treasures. I've kept them with me this whole time. And I know a lot of my model friends who I've talked to about instant film have similar experiences. And even my own child, when I've tried to take her out recently shooting with a digital camera, she complains that it looks too perfect, polished. She wants things that look and feel real. And in her room, absolutely, she has instant film images of herself and her friends strung up all along the wall with those little LED lights. And it's not just like a creative aesthetic choice, it's a decorative choice. It's kind of a preference for how we want our own memories to be and affect us. Great starter camera, great for young kids, great for people who are going on adventures and need to conserve space in their pack. The Polaroid Go. Best of luck in your creative endeavors. Talk to you next time.